I got to do another one of these. Hello, guys. Woohoo! What's this? I'm back. Good evening, everybody. I thought I'd just come on. I had some spare time. I've basically just been sitting around, and I thought I'd go live. It's been a while. It's been a long time. You guys have been wondering what I've been up to. I've been very busy. I have been... The last 8 months has been busy for me. Yeah, guys, it's been very busy. It's been a busy 8 months. But now I'm winding down now, which is good, and I'm taking some time. And tonight I thought I'd come on. Let's talk about what's been going on with the Queen thing, because I well, I tell you what I'll do. I'll just take off the keyboard first, because I don't want to keep myself on this thing as well. I'm streaming my phone tonight, guys. I don't know if the stream's going to be good on my phone, but we'll see anyway. I know last time I streamed my phone, the quality was shit. The audio went a bit weird, and things went absolutely daft. Right, comments are enabled. Live chat's on. So you can talk to me live. So I thought I might as well come on tonight, Saturday night, and I thought, you know what? I haven't done a live stream of Queen for absolute months, and I thought tonight we'll have a banter with the Queen stuff again, because you know it's been a long time since we haven't had a chance to talk about Queen for a while. So what's made me come back on the channel? Here, there, everywhere. I'll be popping up near and again. So I just thought I'd come on tonight. I don't know who's live. It's one person. So, you subscribers, thank you for loving our music on the page. Thank you very much for everybody liking the music we're doing. Most stuff's coming up this year. Thank you very much to everybody liking the DVD, the condensed version of the Superb Talent documentary. People love that so much. So thank you very much for loving that. Got the Director's Cut DVD coming out next month. 6th of September we'll be getting it out, so you guys can finally get to see the full story about what happened, especially everything that happened. And that's coming out soon. So I'm here tonight, guys. There is Queen news happening. Don't know how to really start off with this news. It's Queen news. So if you bear in mind, I only heard this just yesterday. Mark had been in touch with me yesterday and rang me, and he said, have you heard there's a new Queen product coming out? And I said, no, I haven't heard anything about it for a while. And he said, well, I'll be speaking to Jim Jenkins, and apparently there's a Queen product coming out. And I said, right. I said, what is this? And I says, well, you don't believe what they're bringing out now. They're bringing out a live CD, DVD. Or a live thing anyway. And I said, nice. And I said, but it's not Freddie Mercury, and it isn't to do with Queen, essentially. And I went, let me guess, is it to do with Twatface? And it says, yeah. This is where I get really angry with these things, right? This is where I go to rant about this. Make comments, guys, if you want to as well, and this is going to be a good rant. Where to start with this thing? Right, okay. I'm not going to go and argue. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to, as I always used to do, but I ain't going to do that. I'm not. No, I'm going to be. So, I've got a lot of things to say about that release coming out. It's everybody's complained about it because everybody's annoyed with it. One comment I did see today on the Queen page, or who has posted it today. I have to agree with that person actually. Somebody had posted about the fact they said, what did they say about it? They said that it was, it's not right that Queen is not a product. It's a standard name for a release. And I said, I'm not buying it. It's total rubbish. So, I don't understand. Why was it the right time to bring it out? Why was it the right time? Why? It's not going to sell. Queen fans are not going to like it. They're not going to buy it. They're not. It's the worst product I've ever seen. Worst front cover I've ever seen. But bemuses me. Whoever took that picture. It's not going to sell. It is not going to sell. They should change that cover to a live show. What's that supposed to mean? That cover, what is that supposed to mention? What does it mean? I don't understand the cover of it. You're talking about Queen Anne Lambert to bring out a live CD, and I'm not interested in that at all. I've never been a fan of it. I've never been a fan of them. I've never seen one video live of it. I've never played a video of it. I've never seen it. I only saw the story of the guy who came into it, which we all know who to blame now, and that was Spike Edney, who started it off, and Spike Edney's the one to blame because Spike Edney is the guy who ruined it. He's the guy to blame for all this because he thinks that he basically was. I mean, we all know the story what happened, right? He was behind the scenes and he'd seen this guy perform, and he went to Brian and said, "Brian, you need to go and see this guy." And after seeing that guy, we said, "Wow, a great performer." But that wasn't how it came. It wasn't how it came. It was for me. I think for me, this is what gets me about this whole situation with the Adam Lambert situation, right? From the day that he was auditioned, he was not the right performer to be of the band. The only guy that I would say that would work out is Mark Martel. Mark Martel would have worked that band out so well. He has got the voice and the bloody charisma to do it. The other thing is, there's also this stuff going on apparently that they're saying that Jeff Scott Soto would have been ideal for the band as well, and that would have been superb. Yeah, fine. But to take it out on the band, it's like, that was a band. That was a band. I mean, if you see from my picture post over there, that's a band as well. These are memories that we love so much for the old bands. Now, whatever is going on with the world of Adam Lambert and all that stuff going on, I mean, for me, it's like, just get rid of it. It's not going to sell. That's just probably been one of the worst things that I've ever heard. And unfortunately, it ain't going to sell. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think I'll buy it. I won't buy it at all. I refuse to buy it. For me, it's a little bit, in a way, that's not Queen at their best. Anyway, so let's have a look. Richard Farrell's joined. Hello, mate. Queen is new ABBA, selling old rope. If you had Freddie Mercury live concert versus Adam Lambert, it would outstrip it. I totally agree with that, actually. If you like Adam, fair play, but admit Queen was over when Fred passed away. One off. Yeah, Exactly. That's exactly what my point is, Richard. It's it's hard to think now that we had a genius singer. You know, we had a great singer. Freddie was just superb. I mean, many times I look at that guy every day. You know, he still is one of the best singers we ever had. And to me, that is a wall of the best that they ever did, and they still live on. But but what gets me is the new people, the new style, a new style, new the new way they're doing it. It's just kind of, you know, it's complete shit. Which it says, why can't we release Nebworth when the audio is in the vaults and use Live Magic? Well, technically, there was. Oh, this chat room is really bad. Can I move these off? Well, I can't. There, I did do an overview of a video of a release that came out from Warder Records. If you've seen that release on my channel, you have to go way back and find it because it's somewhere. But I did basically said that the best one was from Warder, and they did a cracking job of the Nebworth release, and the sound quality was bloody outstanding. And Warder finally got the master tapes for the Nebworth release in 1986, and it was it was compiled all over the world, and they got it, and then Warder withdrew the release, and you can't get any more because it's hard to get. It's very hard to get now, and basically they released it on their behalf in Japan, and the guys in Japan, they were absolutely superb, and they were great. And Antti Den, the guy on Discogs, sold it, and it's still to this day a great concert. But it's just a shame that it suffers a bit from the original recording that I've got. The original recording I've got is absolutely dreadful. They mixed it between the live show and the audience recording, and that really, the audience recording, and it's kind of like, oh, that doesn't work at all. But Nebworth, it's been belting out, it's been screaming to get out for many years, and it's never had a release at all. It's because the fact is there was a release that was bootlegged many years ago. The first release that came out was very bad. The second release that came out is one I've got. But the third release that came out from Mordor was absolutely outstanding, and it was the best quality you ever heard, and it was the original authentic recording. And they enhanced it really fun. I don't know how they did it, but it was. I mean, I can't enhance music that way anyway from that side. But they must have got the masters from somewhere, and they must have said that's a superb release of it. So there is a lot of bootlegs going around with the Nebworth release. It's just kind of find the best one and the right one, but it's like it's trying to find the best one you can find. So it's a matter of finding it, isn't it? From our point of view, if I had worked for Queen, if I was in Queen's footsteps, I would say this is a bad mistake to bring out. Why bring out a release of this piece of crap, and it's not even a Queen product anymore, you know? I mean, Mark was saying last night to me, obviously on the phone, he said that the Cosmos Rocks was not a bad album, but the artwork was crap, and I said, yeah, I totally agree. But it was like a Bad Company thing. I think it was like a Bad Company reunion that kind of went wrong. I mean, everybody to this day talks about that, and they said it was a great show they went to and seen it, but that's not, for me, that doesn't stand out to me being an authentic live show. And then came other things down the line with Queen's side, where there was the thing that happened with the let's just say for argument's sake, right? So anybody remembers the live stream? the tribute concert live stream. Did everybody watch that? Did nobody see the edit that what happened on that thing? That was dreadful. That was taken off. I'm glad it was. They just cut out all the talking, and they just basically put on the whole concert without any talking on it. And it's like it's ruined. It was a bad edit. It was a rubbish edit though. Anyway, so anyway, I've now got the full uncut version of that on Blu-ray, which is behind me, which is just about that's behind Jessica, obviously, but yeah, but I've got the fully uncut version from BBC, and I have the new version that somebody did on YouTube, and then praise down that guy who edited that video. It must have took him months and months to get that footage spot on. I've got the full uncut version now of that, of the enhanced sound quality. The video is superb. It's all in sync. It's not one bad thing about that damn release. But the version that was on YouTube, whoever put that on there, praise down the guy did that. That was a superb job, and I've kept that for life now. And I love watching it. It's brilliant. Really superb. But as for the legacy of Queen now, I don't really think that, because Brian and Roger will have gone one apeshit about this thing. They would have said, "Why did you bring out the Eurythmics? You shouldn't have. It was not without our permission." I can see a lot of flack going on with it. A lot of bad reviews will just go, "What on earth why did they do this for?" You know, it wasn't because they wanted more money out of EMI and they wanted to get more money out of Universal and say, "Oh yeah, guys, they've come with the idea that because we haven't had anything out from Queen for a while, let's just shelve out this piece of crap and let's just make money from it." It's not going to sell. People hate it. People don't like the band anymore. They like Brian and Roger, but they don't like this guy, this Adam guy. You know, it's not for me. It's a bad mistake on everybody's part. Everybody in the Queen community is going to go, you know, why did this thing had to come out? Why? Everybody hates him. You know, he gets. I don't understand why the attention in America gets very well for it, but in the UK they just slaughter him to bits. They really, really do. It's like with lockdown happening now. I mean, we're all in lockdown now, and it's now we're getting over it, which is one thing. But for me, I can't get the grips on that at all now. I can't get the grips on anything that Brian and Roger do. They've just basically sold that as their trademark. They haven't sold it as a product. It's sold as a trademark for it. And it's, for me, frustrating. Because me and Mark were talking the other day, and he said that where's Brian's solo album that hasn't been up for, 20 years? Where's Roger's album that hasn't... Why is it Roger's doing more stuff and Brian's not doing anything? He's, you know, he needs to do an album. He needs a solo album. I mean, God blimey, 1992 was the compilation album of the Battle of the Light, which was not a album. It was not an album. It was an album of re-recordings of songs from ages ago and just demos shelved, and Driven by You being Freddie's melodious song, which unfortunately he didn't get to do because Brian had to do it. And I mean, there is a version of Driven by You by Freddie, but they don't know where it is. It's the vault's in the vault somewhere. But that would have worked out great for the Innuendo album if the Innuendo album would have been more superb for it. Which brings me on to the fact that now they're bringing out the Miracle album. They're going to bring out the special edition with this DVD, which BBC 4 will obviously edit. I know they will, and sort it a bit. And then I think basically they'll just that'll be more marketing research to pay for, you know, for more albums and stuff as well coming out, which is one thing. But I can't see this being a success for Queen. I can just see it being a bad mistake from Queen. I can. It's just for me. I think it's just a bad idea. Don't expect anybody to go, wow. Disappointed. And they'll wave tune all the vocals. They get the vocals shit, and they'll go, well, we'll enhance the vocals and do that. And I'm thinking, nah, it's a waste of time. It's not going to be selling for me. It's not. I don't expect me to buy it because I'm not buying it at all. No, stick the classic Queen. Stick the stuff that you really love. All the classics, all the songs, all the music, all of Freddie's great lyrics and stuff, and just listen to that. It's just every single time you listen to it, it's go, wow, superb. The first Queen album, Chris Queen album, come on, that was a genius. That was a jewel and a half. That was brilliant. And the best album they made was Night the Opera. Then the follow-up was Day at the Races. And then News of the World, all the heavy shit in that album. And then Live Killers, and then you went to Flash Gordon and the Game album, and then so many things they did. My favourite album of all time has to be the Works album because it's so bloody heavy. It's just an amazing album. I think that's one of the best heavy albums of '84 that they ever released. And my point of view, it's just a downright great album to listen to. It's just so heavy with so many bloody heavy riffs on that album. Brian's guitars heavy. Roger's drumming, engineered by Mac, is just superb. Really superb. That's kind of how I feel about it anyway. So, like I say, I think there just needs to be a time where they're going to say, right, we're going to destroy the life of Queen now. It ain't going to sell. Don't expect it to sell. It ain't. My best bet is probably buying the Bohemian Rhapsody soundtrack with all three vocalists doing fantastic influences of Queen, including the full on CD for the first time, the full version of the set from Live Aid. And I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad about the film because I watched it and I love the end of it. I just love the way when they recreated the songs for that. Was I disappointed with it? Was I kind of thinking, was I cringing? Not really, no, because it should be how it is. It should be how it is, and that's how Brian and Roger should do it. And they did it that way. I said you have to marry it for the film, but for our benefit, you might as well just carry on with it and stuff. I mean, it was just really, for me, outstanding. So great job of the movie and everything else. But that's what I want to talk about, guys. I want to talk about something I brought up this year. This year, I've had a wonderful success with one album I did this year from a girl from Scotland, and you may have seen the DVD on this YouTube version I brought out. I have had tremendous success with an album this year, which you need to buy. And if you have got a copy of this album, then well done for buying it. But this is the album you guys need to get this year. This is one of my best albums I've done this year from Lauren Short. She is one of the best singers I've ever signed this year to the label. And from my point of view, if you love rock music and you like Queen music and you like sort of this stuff, check out this brilliant album. This is, for me, been a great year for me this year. This thing's been superb. I mean, I keep listening to this every time. I mastered it, produced it, engineered it, wrote it. I wrote all these songs here. Probably can't see the camera, but they're there anyway. And yeah, this is something you need to get. you need to buy this thing. You can buy it on my Facebook page, ST Entertainment. You can also buy it on Discogs, and you can buy it on these. But the tracks on here, after superb work of 3 months' work on this thing, this has been superb to bring out. Out of the way when I was in lockdown this year, and I was doing a couple of things this year, and I thought, right, what am I going to do? Well, let's see if we can find somebody who can do an album that would be superb to do. This thing has been the hottest seller of my whole career, starting this label up. And I started working with working on tracks originally, even before I was auditioning somebody for it. And I was remixing a few things, and I went, maybe we should find somebody who's really good at singing and find out who it is. And then I went on the karaoke page. If you've seen a documentary of mine, it's a great documentary for an hour and 40 minutes. You should watch it. And it's and she popped up on one day on the page, and this fantastic young singer, 25 years old, has not been recognised until now. And she was an unknown, and after I heard that mouth that opened a mouth up with a voice, I was like, on earth, what is this? And I thought, fantastic. Well, you guys need to get this thing. This has been amazing. So this album is out now, and it's been superb to buy. So £5 on the website, buy it. It's absolutely fantastic. Webpage on our Facebook page, Lawrence Short Challenge. Get this thing. You'll be really impressed with that. It's just fantastic. And then not only that, I have got 2 other projects coming out this year. I have got this project coming out first, Time Riders, the album. This is out on the 6th of September. So I wrote it on there. And this is, again, full on classic rock 80s AOR at its best. And Jade's on it as well, because Jade's doing this. And this is been a year and a half in the making. Need over 2 years now making this album. Year and a half making it. This from 2019 I started. Finished it. I finished it. I have actually finished both projects now. All the guitars are finished on this album, but the vocals have to be finished on this album. That's why I finished that one, and now we're finish this one. So tracks are finished. We've just got to get the vocals on it now. And this Time Riders project has been really good. So Time Riders is coming out. That one's out in December, and this one's out in September. And that's actually the time when the DVD comes out, because the DVD comes out the week when this comes out, because we're still editing the documentary. And I can give you an update about the documentary. I've had to make I don't know whether it was me, but I did a new intro. I did a new part of the bit where you saw the bit when the thing where I was talking about how it was formed and everything. And I did a new version of it, and I really wasn't happy with it. And I thought, I'll just stick the original back on instead, so put that back in. So I put the original back in. The only thing about me sampling director is it's just all of the file, all of my saves that I've put on, like the director's cut and everything else, I have to reload them again into it. I'm thinking, why do I have to do that again for? I'm thinking everything was there as it was. So it turns out when I was reformatting my drive, because I've upgraded, well, I didn't upgrade my computer, I downgraded my computer to an old motherboard, which just kind of is working alright, but it's kind of not doing its justice. So then what I decided to do was I was editing out. I decided, right, tonight I'll edit the video of the director's cut version of it. Right, the original on my drive, everything was perfect. This now apparently just needs to find all the files manually again. And I thought, really? So I have to go through all that process again, and it is a nightmare. So anyway, so I have to do all that again. So it's going to be my job tomorrow. Now. There's other things going on. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling fine. I have put a little bit of weight on. I had I had some peanut butter the other few weeks ago, and I've realised peanut butter puts your weight on, obviously, and I'm thinking that's not a good idea. So I did put a bit of weight on actually that week, and I was not feeling very good. So I had to stop all the eating peanut butter business, and let me just put the fan a bit. I always get hot in this room. Windows open, but I realised I was getting a bit too much in the old. I know it's absolutely itchy as hell. Yeah, I was just feeling a bit. I was just feeling a bit bad that day, and I was thinking I'll try some peanut butter, and I'm thinking, Mum, don't buy more peanut butter, please, because it's making me bad, and it's and that is not a good idea to have. Obviously, peanut butter in a way. So, because it does make you a bit fat, and then just put weight on. Obviously, I'm thinking, ooh, what's a bad mistake. So, anyway, so I had to walk it off for a few days. Get into a routine where I can just lose weight a bit, and now I'm feeling okay now. Don't feel as bloated as last time, but now my weight has gone down a bit more. I'm thinking it's not as bad as the last time, which is good. So, and during the time I've been doing this challenge album with Lauren Short, I have been getting back to gaming again. I'm playing on Dungeons and Dragons, but I haven't been on the Queen stuff really. I haven't been buying any Queen products, obviously now, because I'm obviously not doing Queen live anymore. But I thought I'd just come on because I thought to say, guys, I was just like kind of a bit annoyed with this new Queen release coming out, and I wasn't happy with it. I don't think it's really going to be a good seller for Queen fans to have. I think they're going to go. It's not worth buying a product if it's not going to sell. I mean, you can buy this thing. I mean, you can buy this album, and this will sell crazy. This has been amazing selling. So, get your hands on this thing. Honestly, this is brilliant. Amazing album of the year. No, we can't load it to YouTube, by the way. And if there's people loading it to YouTube, and I will find out if you're loading it to YouTube, you will get fined, guys, because you're not allowed to do that actually. Because I have seen people in the past uploading stuff, and I think that's annoying. But yeah, it's been like this year has been hard because lockdown's been back in progress now. We're back with it now apparently now, and it's not looking too good. And it's for me, it's just kind of we're getting over it, but we know that it's still going to continue. But how long for? We haven't got a clue. But it's one of them things where you can literally just pray and hope that we all get back to normal and see if we're fine. And as it is anyway. Oh, Jan's here. Hello, my man. How are you doing? Jan says to me, regardless if you're a Queen fan or I don't know, the album was totally lazy made. Almost all the footage they chose was shown on TV already. Well, there you go. Well, there you are. Well, that's exactly what it is anyway. That's it, really, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. One thing I have to say though, guys, if you want to listen to, yes, I know it's you. He's our moderator, by the way, for the channel. So getting off all of my stuff and all the Queen business. Now let's talk about Peter Straker. Now, if you have been interested in Peter Straker's music, my friend Gaming Head has been uploading the single collection. He's nearly got all the singles now, which is very unusual how he got it all, and he's uploaded all. He's nearly got all the singles. He hasn't got all of them. He nearly has them. And he's doing a good job of it. And in fact, the songs I've been hearing from Peter's career, they really bring it out in a box set, to be honest, with a singles box set. And he really should go back to Cherry Red and say, So I have an idea for an album. Why don't you guys go back in and get the rights to my singles and put them out as an album? You know, I really think they should do that as a Sony single collection and do that if they can get the rights to the original labels, obviously. But it would be great if they did that because it'd be cool. There's still a long way to go with the singles. Yeah. I love them. I love them. From the Underworld is what I really want to hear. I want to hear his version of From the Underworld, and even that thing from Rocky Horror Picture Show he did, that which the Richard O'Brien one. There's another one of his. There's loads more stuff of his that is just unusual, and there's also a Christmas single by him as well. I found a Christmas single from him on Discogs. Mary's Boy Child he did as a single. Yep, it's true. And it's on Discogs. And he did it through EMI's distribution. And I've never heard it. And it's a three-way collaboration with somebody. And it was apparently a one-off Christmas single he did. And I thought Gaming Head should get that one next. So look it up on Discogs because it's in his collection. Mary's Boy Child. Interesting. And there's another song on it as well. I have no idea what it is. But yeah, it's interesting to find that. If you find some singles at a good price, feel free to send me links. I'll give you an inbox later on, mate, of Queen singles. Peter Straker's stuff, yeah, definitely is rare fucking stuff. Especially the version of Ada, which he did originally for the This One's on Me album, but there is an original version of that on Pi Records, because he got signed to Pi Records, and he got signed to EMI later on, but he was on Pi, then RCA originally first, and Breakfast in Bed, which is still hard to get off Hair. And the hair stuff's alright. I wouldn't say that's probably I wouldn't say it's one of his best ones. Apart from the live version of Aquarius, which in black and white, that is just amazing. I mean, that version. I mean, praise down to him now, being a great singer and a great artist. I think he's superb. But the live version of Aquarius and Where the Moon, it's just like, oh my god, that guy is amazing. You know, he is superb. But I wonder why. But one thing gets me. Here's something else. One thing gets me about is the 82 album, 1982. Where the hell did that go? You know, what happened to that album? You know, he brought out a single called Zoo New, and the B-side was a Mercury song that he had, that Mercury owned. But an album never materialised out of it. So I wonder why they never got an album out during that time. Unless Elton John decided to say, you're off the album, you're fired, or I don't know what happened anyway, but, you know, because I know Zoo New's a good song. I like Zoo New. I think it's a great track. But the album never came out. And Steve Brown produced the song, but he said there's no album could ever come out. And I wonder why they shelved an album. I mean, there's got to be an album in the vault somewhere and say about, oh, this is Peter's album that was never ever out. And yeah. But the box set that came out of the Peter Straker's box set, that's not really a good release, you know that. The booklet's good. There's a lot of things wrong with that box set. That all right, fair enough. It's nothing to do with Peter. It's just the fact that Cherry Red decided to go and fuck it up. I mean, yeah, fine. They got the single releases and they got those things and drowned out the crackles and pops. And then I'm thinking, well, how did you guys get that? A little bit strange. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I guess Late Night Taxi Dancer. It's just gone off. Oh yeah, Late Night Taxi Dancer was his most successful album. Was most successful song. Sorry, successful song. So he should have made another one. He should have. but unfortunately, Rocket Records didn't release these around, and I'm thinking why. But Real Natural Man is it's got some good songs on there actually. It's really good. Um, I wouldn't say that some of it was kind of like influence from the Queen stuff, but maybe I mean I know what Peter wasn't happy with living in Montreux because Montreux was not his best place, and when he went to Munich and finished it off in Munich, the studio environment was better. But he's still working with his original guitarist, Mike Allison. I never knew he was still alive. I thought the guy had died or something. But no, he worked with Mike Allison over his period, and sensational guy. Great producer, great singer. Um, yeah, yeah. We Macho Man mixed it up. Yeah. Hey Gary, how are you doing, mate? Yeah. If you guys are wondering why I'm on here tonight, by the way, I only just came on. I had nothing to do. And you guys will probably say, "Bring back Queensville again." No, guys, I can't bring back Queensville. I only came on just for a bit of a chat. Got too many things, guys. Too busy at the minute. And I had a night off. That's why I had this weekend off because I have a weekend off. You see, so I wasn't going anywhere. I had no plans to go anywhere. Jade's in York, so she's away for her last night in York before she comes back tomorrow. But yeah, I'm watching Saving Private Ryan. Good film that. Saving Private Ryan is a great film. I'm not really war films are not for me. I'm not like I don't like war films. I like Full Metal Jacket. Um, One of the last films ever, great films filmed at Middlesex at EMI Studios, and great film, love it. One of Stanley Kubrick's best films, Spartacus. Love that film a bit. It's cool. Still need to watch that. Full Metal Jacket is probably one of the best films ever made by Stanley Kubrick, and I love the way they did it. And people may think it was shot in overseas. It wasn't. It was all filmed in at Pinewood Studios. The outside section was filmed in a different area. It was filmed in somewhere in the I don't know, somewhere in thingy. But no, they never went abroad because Stanley didn't like going abroad a lot, and he was made scenes where you see them in the camp situation. That is actually in the same area where they filmed the all the sequences with the first things at the camp. It's all the same area. It's just they changed the various scenes in it, and it's Matthew Modine's a good actor as well. I'll tell you what, if you like films like really good films, Pacific Heights is a definite one you guys need to watch. It's absolutely fucking awesome. And the mate has joined. Nice one, man. Yeah, definitely watch Pacific Heights with Michael Keaton. One of the darkest films ever watched, but bloody fantastic. And it was one of the first, I think it was the first films from Morgan Creek, which was James E. Robinson. Superb producer. But failed in the business. He did fail in the business a lot because Morgan Creek was not a good selling tool till they made the last film, which was the last one they made was the whole 9 yards. Yeah. Are you putting this on live because you're bored or because of the matter you don't mention it? I've already mentioned it anyway. Live album now, gaming and metal head dad Lego Queenland. Why 2 years ago? Well, do you know what? It's from my point of view. I've already said in this live stream, I couldn't give a toss about this new Queen product coming out. I do respect the fact of bringing out the Miracle box set, and in the pipeline, I also heard they were bringing out the Innuendo box set as well. Whether here's my opinion: the Queen. I'm not going to say no. It's not Queen. It's not Queen anymore. Anne Lambert's album will be sold like pants. It'll be shit. For the Queen box set, the Innuendo, the Miracle box set, that will sell crazy. That will be. I've never liked the guy from day one. Blame Spaghetti for all this business going on. It's his fault. It's nothing to do with Brian or Roger. It's Spaghetti who's to blame for all this. Because he's the guy who said, "Look at him. Oh, he's good. He's great." And they knew they weren't never going to work with it anyway. Yeah. Live Killer set and the Miracle box set are confirmed. Oh, they're finding more stuff from the live Paris tour. Oh. Live Killers is brilliant. I just hope that God they don't use a new remaster for it. Use the original, please. It took so long to get that remaster spot on, with Peter Mew supervising the remaster with Justin Shirley Smith. And the first remaster that came out was bloody shit. 1994, awful, rainstorm times. But when they did the reissue of it, 2001, oh my God, sound quality was super. It was like, spot on, and it was just perfect. And but why they didn't release it in the box set of the Queen box set is a mystery. Maybe it's a live thing that it didn't include for it. They should have really included it in the box set of the Ultimate box set that came out, the £100 one. But yeah, but if they do, as I said, if Queen, if they decide, and this is nothing to do with the band, it's something to do with the management side. If they decide that it's worth doing it for the profits for the selling of something, yeah, do it. But just don't sort of like ruin it to be. Don't ruin it, because if you ruin it, it's going to be a terrible seller. Just, I mean, I can't afford Queen products at the minute because my money's just shit. Only apart from the fact that I've done this great album this year, which Gaming Head, you need to buy this thing. If my comments will go off, Gaming Head needs to buy this damn album. I've told them many times, buy this album. This album, you'll just love to play this all the time. It is superb. It's not available on streaming though. It's only available through CD. This thing you need to buy for £5. You need to buy this thing. This album, you will not be disappointed at all. It is superb. There was in fact, the reason why we never released a trailer for this album was because at the time I only had to put it on the Facebook page. Now I feel like putting it on YouTube now and let people listen to this thing. That's cool. Think about it. Get it at Christmas time. Wait when we'll get a discount for you guys. Buy Lauren's album challenge. It's a good album. It's worth it for the money. Worth it. Especially all the rock stuff. So to be honest with you, it's not disappointing because it's all like Brian May. It's like the guy who played the guitars on the album. Full on Brian May stuff. It's brilliant. And especially when you get the songs like the new version of My Best Days, by the way. If you've heard the new version of My Best Days on my channel, yeah, you need to listen to that. It's brilliant. It's on my channel. Listen to Rainbow. That thing took me and Max spent the whole 3 hours trying to get Rainbow sorted out, and we arranged it together, and that's superb. I would say Rocking Down the Road, Challenge title track, definitely. And Only the Light, which is a special version we did on this CD. We didn't release it on YouTube because we couldn't can't load the YouTube because it's copyrighted. So taha. So there you go. But no, it's been honestly. I've had a good few months just writing, producing, creating music, doing what I love to do. We've got Jade's got a new album coming out later in the year, which is brilliant, and we're actually in progress writing that now and producing the tracks next week, which is going to be great. So we've got a meeting with Matt next week to do and discuss all the tracks we need to do. DVD comes out in the next few weeks, so I can't wait to go and reload everything back in manually. Nightmare to sort it out. So yeah, so basically we've got like a lot more stuff coming out, guys. Loads more CDs, loads more albums coming out, loads more music coming out, guys. I've just had to put an advertisement out on my page tonight. See if anybody's interested in wanting to join us for another album. Because I've got another project now coming up, which is a project I started working on a couple of months ago, but people are dropping out like flies because they don't like to do it. But we shall see. We shall see. Because I have put my post today, and we're going to see what happens and see how it goes. And we'll just see how it goes. Because we need to find people. We need to find another singer. Well, basically, if you like singers, Lauren Shorty Girl. But something like that is amazing. Amazing stuff. Yeah. Alright, so I think that's all I'm going to say, guys, on this video. I'm going to go now because it's getting late, and I'm off to do some work for a bit. And I also, if you're thinking about me listening to the new Deep Purple album, I absolutely love it. Superb. Absolutely superb. Really have to say, it's amazing. Last album of their life. It is their last album ever made. They ain't going to make another one after this one because this is the end of it. This is the end of recording for the band. They are going to be thinking about it as well. I've just also heard, just a second ago, that Terence Marine Orchestra has also had to cancel their tour this year because they can't do the Christmas tour this year. So it's a shame. But we hope it's going to be back next year. So apparently some gigs are cancelled all this year because of people doing all the people doing the lockdown thing obviously happening, and it's just not good. So it is not good at all. But yeah. But everything else, guys, is doing really well. I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. And yeah, just looking forward to get some new talent more and things. Yes, well, I'm about to go in myself as well. So I'm about to go and do some work for just a tiny bit, and then I'll be seeing you guys back soon. I have no idea when, but if I feel like I'm doing a Saturday like this again, I will. But yeah. But please support our music, guys. Please support our page on Facebook. Please buy this album. Please buy this thing. Buy Lauren's album. It's absolutely superb. And then we've got Time Riders coming out as well. We are uploading another song of Time Riders by Jade, by the way. Jade's got a new song coming out called Tell Me. That will be uploaded to YouTube very soon. So look out for that coming out before the album comes out. And hope that's going to work out good. So yeah. So have a great week, guys. Catch you guys soon with another live update, and have a great time. And if I don't get to see you guys in this year, have a great Christmas, have a great New Year, and I'll see you guys later on. Bye now.